Copenhagen fire rages causes stock exchange Spire collapses. Teen stabs bishop at Sydney church. Singapore Prime Minister stepped down. Beijing half marathon controversial win. Lunchables have concerning levels of lead and sodium. Chechnya bans all music deemed too fast or too slow.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Wednesday, April 17th, and here are your top stories. One of Copenhagen's oldest buildings is on fire and its iconic spire has collapsed. The roof of the 17th century old stock exchange, or Børsen, which was once Denmark's financial center, was engulfed in flames Tuesday. The building, which is situated next to the Christiansborg Palace, where the parliament sits, is a popular tourist attraction. Its distinctive spire, in the shape of the tails of four dragons, twined together and reached a height of 56 meters. Huge billows of smoke rose over downtown Copenhagen, and people were seen rushing inside the building to save paintings. Danish media reported that an annex of the parliament was being evacuated.
A fire raged through one of Copenhagen's oldest buildings, causing the collapse of an iconic spire.
Danish Culture Minister Jacob Engel-Schmidt said it was touching to see how passers-by helped emergency services to save art treasures and iconic images from the burning building. Police and firefighters were at work outside the building, which was encased in scaffolding. Ambulances were at the scene, but there were no reports of casualties. The Danish Chamber of Commerce has its headquarters in the building, which was built in 1615. The chamber's head, Brian Mikkelsen, was among those helping to carry paintings out of the building. Police said they were evacuating buildings in the street where Børsen is located, including the finance ministry. Danish media reported an annex of the Danish parliament, which is located in the block behind the old stock exchange, was also ordered evacuated.
Authorities said the stabbing of a bishop by a 16-year-old boy during a live stream service Monday in Sydney, Australia is being treated as an act of terrorism. Police arrested the 16-year-old Tuesday after the attack at Christ the Good Shepherd Church. Authorities had previously said the boy was 15. Now, South Wales Police Commissioner Karen Webb said the suspect's comments pointed to a religious motive for the attack. Bishop Mom Mary Emanuel was stabbed during a live stream sermon, and another priest was also injured. Both are expected to survive.
Hundreds of angry people rushed to the scene and some clashed with riot police, with vehicles damaged. The church and local leaders pleaded for calm. Acting Assistant Police Commissioner Andrew Holland commended the congregation for subduing the teen before calling the police. When asked if the teen's fingers had been severed, he said the hand injuries were severe. More than 100 police reinforcements arrived before the teen was taken from the church in the hours-long incident. Holland said several police vehicles were damaged. He added that Emmanuel and priest Isaac Royal, as well as the teen and at least 2 police officers, were hospitalized. It comes after Saturday's attack at the Westfield Bondi shopping mall, which killed 6 people and injured 9.
Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said Monday that he will step down on May 15th after 2 decades at the helm and hand power to his deputy Lawrence Wong. His office said in a brief statement that Lee, 72, will formally advise the city-state's president to appoint Wong, who is currently Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, to succeed him. Wong, who has the unanimous support of lawmakers in the long-ruling People's Action Party, will be sworn in at the National Palace later the same day. Lee has served as Prime Minister and head of the PAP since August 2004.
Lee announced last November that he would retire this year and has already named Wong as his designated successor. Lee has said there is no reason to delay the political transition and that passing the baton to Wong before national elections due next year will allow the 51-year-old politician to win his own mandate and take the country forward. Wong came to prominence while helping to coordinate Singapore's fight against COVID-19. He will be the city-state's 4th leader since its independence in 1965. Lee is the eldest son of Lee Kuan Yew, who became Singapore's first prime minister and built the resource-poor city-state into one of the world's richest nations during 31 years in office. But Singapore has also been criticized for its tight government control, media censorship and use of oppressive laws and civil lawsuits against dissidents.
Organizers of the Beijing half marathon said they were investigating Monday after a video of the race appeared to show 3 African runners slowing down near the finish line so that a Chinese athlete could win. He Jie, a member of China's marathon team and a national record holder in the full marathon, had run the entire 13.1-mile race on Sunday with the 3 African runners. As they approached the finish line, at least one of the runners appears to wave him ahead. He finished with a time of 1 hour and 3 minutes 44 seconds, while the other 3 runners tied for second at 1 hour and 3 minutes 45 seconds.
Mananga told the South China Morning Post that he let he win because they are friends and that he had not been told to do so or received any financial compensation for it. The Beijing Sports Bureau, the municipal body in charge of sports, told NBC News that the incident had its utmost attention and that the results of its investigation would be promptly disclosed to the public. He, 25, who is aiming for the Paris Olympics this summer, set a national record of 2 hours 6 minutes and 57 seconds at a marathon last month in Wuxi, China. He said in a post on Weibo, "People are questioning whether this goes against the true spirit of sports." The impact of this incident has already extended beyond the half marathon itself.
According to Consumer Reports, Lunchables are not the healthiest option when it comes to taking snacks or lunches for kids, as they contain troublesome levels of lead and sodium. The advocacy group tested Lunchables made by Kraft Heinz, as well as similar lunch and snack kits from other manufacturers, finding cause for concern in the products popular for decades as a convenient snack or a lunch for children. According to Amy Keating, a registered dietitian at CR, they are highly processed, and regularly eating processed meat, a main ingredient in many of these products, has been linked to an increased risk of some cancers.
CR found that none of the kits exceeded legal or regulatory limits, but 5 of 12 tested products would expose someone to 50% or more of California's maximum allowable amount of lead or cadmium heavy metals that can cause developmental and other problems in kids. A 3.2-ounce turkey and cheddar cracker Stackers Lunchables held 74% of California's level allowed for lead, and 49% of the daily recommended sodium for 4 to 8-year-olds. Other products tested by CR were found to contain lesser amounts of both lead and sodium. CR is calling on the U.S. Department of Agriculture to remove Kraft Heinz products from the federal program that provides low-cost or free meals to kids on school days, with its petition topping 16,600 signatures.
Authorities in the Russian Republic of Chechnya have announced a ban on music that they consider too fast or slow. The Russian state news agency TASS reported that Minister of Culture Musa Dadayev announced a decision to limit all musical, vocal, and choreographic compositions to a tempo ranging from 80 to 116 beats per minute at a meeting Friday. The ban will mean that many songs in musical styles such as pop and techno will be banned. Chechnya sits in the North Caucasus region between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. It is an almost entirely Muslim republic, which includes part of Russia's border with Georgia.
According to TASS, Dadayev said, "I have announced the final decision, agreed with the head of the Chechen Republic, Ramzan Akhmatovich Kadyrov, that from now on all musical, vocal and choreographic works must correspond to a tempo of 80 to 116 beats per minute." Under Kadyrov's directive, the region now ensures that Chechen musical and dance creations align with the Chechen mentality and musical rhythm, aiming to bring to the people and the future of our children the cultural heritage of the Chechen people. Kadyrov has been the leader since 2007 and has used his time in office to stifle any form of dissent. The pro-Kremlin leader has also subdued the Chechen separatist movement that fought for independence from Russia for almost 2 decades.
The answer for yesterday is D, thorough. Martin would be a good judge. I thought he was calm and thorough. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of teen stabs bishop at Sydney Church. Number 1, motive, 动机原因目的. I'm suspicious of his motives. Number 2, plead, 在法庭申辩认罪辩护. He advised his client to plead insanity. Number 3, commend, 有指公开的赞扬称赞表扬. She was commended on her handling of the situation. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.